This is how you serve. This is how the world transforms, one awakened being at a time, carrying the melody, spreading the frequency until the whole orchestra is playing the same symphony. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. And this activation is the Cosmic Union, an open transmission to create total union, enlightenment, and ascension, designed to completely uplift your vibration. I am here. I am here. I am here. And as these words move through this voice, through this moment, through this space between speaker and listener, know that something is arriving. Not arriving from outside of you, but arriving as you, arriving through you, awakening within you as the recognition of what has always been present. What is offered now is not information. What is offered is transmission. The words themselves are the vehicle, yes, but the words are not the teaching. The teaching is what happens in the space between the words, in the resonance that moves through your being as you receive what has always been yours to claim. This teaching could be delivered in silence. It could be offered on a page with no words written upon it, and the transmission would be complete for the one who is ready to receive it. But language is used because you have agreed to language. Form is used because you have agreed to form. And now you are being invited to a recognition that moves you beyond all agreement, beyond all form, beyond all that you have believed yourself to be. This is the Cosmic Union. And what is Cosmic Union? It is not the joining of two things that were separate. It is the realization, the felt knowing that there never was separation. The small self believes it must work the way back to God. The small self believes it must earn its way into heaven. The small self believes there is a wall between it and the divine, and that this wall must be dismantled through effort, through practice, through becoming something other than what it is. Hear this now. The wall is made of thought. The wall is made of belief. And the wall dissolves not through effort, but through recognition. You do not tear down the wall. You simply see that it was never there before. As these words come through, something is already shifting in your energy field. You may feel it as warmth. You may feel it as expansion. You may feel it as a kind of remembering that has no memory attached to it, a knowing that precedes all thought. This is the beginning of the attunement. This is the tone of truth beginning to sound in your system, and yes is being said to you. Yes to your presence. Yes to your willingness, for that is all that is required here. Your willingness to receive what is already yours, what has always been yours, what you have simply forgotten in the dream of separation. The teaching begins now. The infinite is speaking to itself through the miracle of this moment. And you are both the speaker and the listener, the question and the answer, the seeker and the found. There is a claim being offered now, and this claim is not an affirmation in the way you may understand affirmations. This claim is an announcement. It is the infinite speaking through the vehicle of your voice, declaring its presence in the manifest world. The claim is this: I am here as I am. Speak these words now if you wish, or simply feel them resonating in your being. I am here as I am. When you speak these words, you're not speaking as the personality. You are not speaking as the one who was born, who has a history, who carries wounds and hopes and fears. You are speaking as the consciousness that preceded birth and will continue beyond death. You are speaking as the eternal presence that wears your human form like a sacred garment. I am here as I am is the announcement that you have stopped pretending. You have stopped trying to be something other than what you are. You have stopped performing spirituality and have begun simply being what you have always been. Feel this claim moving through you now. Feel it not as something you must achieve, but as something you are allowing. The divine does not try. The divine does not effort. The divine simply is. And when you claim I am here as I am, you are aligning with that isness, that eternal presence that was here before the first thought was thought and will be here after the last thought fades into silence. Say it again if you wish. I am here as I am. And understand what is happening as you speak. You're not affirming something you hope to be true. You are announcing something that is true. You are giving voice to the reality that has always been present, hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone willing to see it, willing to speak it, willing to be it. The personality will have its doubts. The personality will say, who am I to make such a claim? I'm just one small being in an infinite universe. What difference does my claiming make? And this is said to the personality. You are right. You are one small being. And you are also the entire universe recognizing itself through the eyes of that one small being. Both are true. The wave is small, and the wave is also the ocean. You do not lose your individuality in cosmic union. You discover that your individuality was always an expression of the whole, a unique and irreplaceable note in the symphony of existence. I am here as I am. And in that announcement, the searching ends. There is nowhere further to travel. You have arrived at the destination you never left. Let the true meaning of union be understood now, for there is much confusion in your world about this teaching. Many believe that union means the dissolving of the self, that to become one with God is to cease to exist as an individual, to lose all that makes you uniquely you. This is a misunderstanding. Union is not dissolution. Union is completion. Think of a drop of water returning to the ocean. Does the drop cease to exist? No. The drop becomes the ocean while remaining in some essential way itself. The drop can still be identified as water. The drop still contains everything it ever contained. But now the drop knows itself as the ocean. The boundary that seemed to separate it from all other drops has been recognized as what it always was, a trick of perception, a momentary illusion created by the play of light on the surface of existence. You are not becoming one with Source. You are recognizing that you were never separate from Source. You are waking up from a dream in which you believed yourself to be small, limited, alone. And in the waking you discover not that you have become something new, but that you were always something far greater than you allowed yourself to know. This is cosmic union, the marriage of the finite and the infinite, that reveals they were always the same thing. The human and the divine are not two. They never were two. The separation was in thought only, in belief only, in the agreement to play the game of forgetting. And now the game is ending, and now the remembering begins. And now you are being invited to know yourself as you truly are. Infinite consciousness experiencing itself through the beautiful, temporary, sacred vehicle of your human form. A claim is given now, and as you receive it, know that the claim is working upon you at a level beyond thought. I am one with the source of all things. Feel these words. Do not merely think them. Feel them. Let them move through your being like a wave of warm light. Let them settle into your cells. Let them rearrange the very fabric of your understanding. I am one with the source of all things. The source is not somewhere else. The source is not waiting for you in some distant heaven. The source is the very awareness that hears these words. The source is the consciousness that asks the question. The source is the breath moving through your lungs right now. The heartbeat pulsing in your chest. the aliveness that animates every cell of your being. You are one with the source of all things because you are the source of all things. Playing the exquisite game of being human, pretending for a while that you are something less than infinite. Now the pretending is over, and now the knowing begins. Not an intellectual knowing, not a belief system, not a philosophy to be debated, a felt knowing, a resonance in your very being that cannot be argued with because it requires no argument. It simply is. Say it with me. I am one with the source of all things. And in this union, nothing is lost. Your personality remains. Your preferences remain. Your beautiful quirks and strange delights remain. But now they are seen for what they truly are. Expressions of the infinite, the unique way that Source is experiencing itself through you. This is freedom. This is completion. This is coming home to a home you never left. There is a curtain, dear one, but it is not what you think. The curtain is not a wall between you and God. The curtain is not a barrier placed by some external force to keep you from your divine inheritance. The curtain is simply thought. The curtain is simply made of everything you believe about yourself that is less than the truth. I am not worthy. This is a thread in the curtain. I am separate from others. This is another thread in the curtain. I must earn the love of God. This is a thread in the curtain. The world is dangerous, and I must protect myself. This is a thread in the curtain. Death is the end. This is a thread in the curtain. Every limiting belief, every fearful thought, every agreement you have made to be small forms part of this curtain. And the curtain, understand this clearly, is made of nothing more than thought. It has no substance. It has no power except the power you give it through your continued agreement. And here's the great secret. The curtain dissolves not through fighting it, not through fixing yourself, not through becoming something other than what you are. The curtain dissolves through seeing, simply recognizing that the curtain is made of thought, and thought can be released. You do not have to destroy the curtain. You simply have to see through it. And the moment you see through it, you realize it was never really there. It was a collective hallucination, a shared dream of separation that humanity has been dreaming for millennia. And now the dream is ending. And now the curtain is thinning. And now you are being invited to walk through it into the light that was always there, waiting, patient, eternal. Let this happen together now. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing before a great curtain. This curtain has been here as long as you can remember. You have believed this curtain separates you from something sacred, something beyond, something you are seeking. You've tried to pull back this curtain. You've tried to peek around its edges. You have waited for someone to come and draw it aside for you. And now something different is invited. Simply look at the curtain. Really look at it. Notice what it is made of. Notice that it is made of thought, of belief, of fear. Notice that it has no weight, no substance, no physical reality at all. And now walk forward. Walk through the curtain. And notice what happens. The curtain does not stop you. The curtain cannot stop you because the curtain is made of nothing. It was never a barrier. It was only ever an idea of a barrier, belief in separation that you mistook for reality. And now you are through. And now you are on the other side. And what do you find there? You find everything you left behind. You find yourself. You find the same world, the same life, the same body. But everything is different because you are different. You are seeing with new eyes. You are perceiving from a place beyond the curtain. This is the frequency of truth, the vibration of recognition. From this place, the world that once seemed solid and fixed reveals itself to be fluid, malleable, responsive to consciousness. From this place, you understand that you have always been creating your experience through your beliefs, through your agreements, through the threads you have woven into the curtain. And now with the curtain dissolved, you create consciously. You create from truth. You create from union. The claim is given. The curtain has dissolved. I see with the eyes of the infinite. Say this now if you wish. Feel what happens in your being as you claim this truth. The curtain has dissolved. I see with the eyes of the infinite. And so it is. Now the word God is spoken, and this word carries much weight for many of you. Some of you have been wounded by religion. Some of you have been told you must prostrate yourself before a God who judges, who punishes, who withholds love until certain conditions are met. This is not the God being spoken of here. What is pointed to now is something that cannot be named, cannot be contained in any word or concept or theology. It is the source, the presence, the isness that is the ground of all being, the consciousness in which all things arise and dissolve. And here is what must be understood. Any religion, any teaching, any voice that tells you that you must earn the favor of the divine, that you must prostrate yourself before the source without realizing that the source is the very breath you use to pray, is teaching confusion. This confusion has served a purpose. It has been part of the game of separation, but the game is ending now, and clearer sight is becoming available. The breath that moves through your lungs is the breath of the divine. The heartbeat that pulses in your chest is the heartbeat of the cosmos. The awareness that hears these words is the same awareness that sparked the first star into being. There is only one awareness, one consciousness, one source, wearing 7 billion masks, pretending to be separate, waiting to remember. And now the remembering is happening. And now the masks are becoming transparent. And now you are invited to know yourself as the face behind all faces, the breath within all breath, the love that animates all existence. Something is done together now. The breath is felt. Notice the breath moving through you. Do not change it. Do not control it. Just simply notice it. Notice that the breath is happening. You are not doing the breath. The breath is doing itself. The breath was here when you were born and will continue in some form after this body is gone. Now understand, the breath is God. This breath is source. This breath is the divine energy that animates all life, moving through you, in you, as you. You are breathing God. God is breathing you. There is no separation between the one who breathes and the breath, between the experiencer and the experience. Feel this. Do not merely think it. Feel the sacredness of this ordinary moment. Feel the miracle of existence happening right now in this very breath. Every breath you have ever taken was a communion with the divine. Every moment of your life, sacred or mundane, joyful or painful, has been God experiencing itself through you. There was never a moment when you were separate from Source. There was never a moment when you were alone, even in your darkest hour, even in your deepest forgetting. The divine was there as the very awareness witnessing the darkness. This is cosmic union. This is what the mystics have always known. This is what every genuine spiritual tradition has been pointing toward, dressed in different clothes, speaking different languages, using different symbols. The truth is one, and you are that truth breathing itself into existence in this eternal now. The claim is given. The divine breathes me. I am the breath of God expressing in form. Feel these words. Let them move through you. Let them dissolve any remaining sense of separation between you and your source. Say it with me. The divine breathes me. I am the breath of God expressing in form. In this recognition, you are free. In this recognition, you are complete. In this recognition, you are home. You have an idea of who you are. The idea has a name. The idea has a history. This idea has preferences and fears and memories and dreams. This idea is what you call the self, And it is a beautiful creation, a magnificent work of art that Source has been crafting through your entire life. But this idea is not what you are. It is what you have been wearing. Behind the name is namelessness. Behind the history is eternity. Behind the preferences and fears is a vast stillness that has no preference for any experience over any other. A peace that remains untouched by the dramas of the surface. This is the true self, the divine self, the infinite self. And this is what you are now being invited to reclaim. Because you lost it. You never lost it. But because you agreed to forget it, to pretend for a while that you were something less. The small self is not your enemy. This must be very clear. The small self, the personality, the ego, is a vehicle. It is the costume the infinite wears to play in the realm of form. Without the small self, you could not have a human experience. Without the small self, you could not fall in love or taste good food or watch a sunset or hold a child in your arms. The problem has never been the small self. The problem has been the identification with the small self, the forgetting that the costume is a costume, the mistaking of the mask for the face. Now remembering is happening. What you already know is being pointed to, what you have always known in the deepest part of your being. You are infinite. You are eternal. You are the one consciousness playing all the parts. An attunement is offered now. Notice the one who is hearing these words. Notice the awareness that is present. This awareness has been with you your entire life. When you were a child, this awareness was there. When you are old, this awareness will remain. When you dream at night, this awareness is there watching the dream. When you wake in the morning, this awareness greets the day. This awareness has no age. This awareness has no nationality. This awareness has no gender. This awareness has no religion. This awareness simply is. It is the screen upon which all movies play. It is the silence in which all sounds arise. It is the vast empty sky through which all clouds pass. This awareness is what you are. And when it is said that this awareness is infinite, it is meant quite literally. This awareness is not contained within your body. Your body is contained within this awareness. This awareness is not inside your head. Your head and all heads, all bodies, all worlds arise within this awareness. Feel this. Feel the vastness of what you are. Feel the limitlessness of your true nature. You contain multitudes. You contain universes. You contain everything that has ever been and everything that will ever be, all held in this moment of pure presence. The claim. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth, given to us by Paul Selig. All those years ago, I want you to say it. These words are not wishful thinking. They changed everything for me. These words are recognition. When you speak them, you are not trying to become something. You are acknowledging what you already are, what you've always been, what you always will be. Say this with me. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. And in this knowing, you are free. Free from the prison of false identification. Free from the tyranny of believing yourself to be small. Free to live as what you are, infinite consciousness in joyous expression. Now the word contagion is spoken, and this word is used intentionally. Fear is contagious. When one person is afraid, the fear spreads to others. You have seen this in your world. You have felt it in crowds and families and nations. Fear moves through the collective field like a virus, infecting consciousness after consciousness, spreading its message of separation and danger. But love is contagious too. Peace is contagious. Truth is contagious. When one being awakens to what they truly are, the awakening sends ripples through the entire field of consciousness. Others feel it, even if they do not know what they are feeling. Others are touched by it, even if they cannot name what is touching them. And this is how the world changes. This is how the shift happens. It happens one awakening at a time, each awakening catalyzing the next, until a tipping point is reached and suddenly everyone is remembering at once. You are part of this. Your awakening matters, not because you are special in the sense of being better than others, but because you are special in the sense that no one else can awaken in exactly the way you awaken. Your frequency is unique. Your note in the symphony is irreplaceable. When you awaken, you contribute something to the collective that no other being can contribute. There is what can be called the melody of awakening. This melody is a vibration, a frequency that carries the message of remembrance. When you hear these words, you are not merely processing information. You are receiving a transmission. The melody is operating within you, rearranging, attuning, shifting your vibration to match the vibration of truth. And here's the beautiful thing. Once you begin to carry this melody, you become a transmitter. You do not have to wake others up. You do not have to preach or convince or argue. You simply have to be what you are, and the melody does the work. People will feel something when they are near you. They may not know what they feel. They may not be able to explain it, but something in them will stir, will remember, will begin its own process of awakening. This is the service you offer simply by existing as what you truly are. The melody operates like a song playing in the background. Others do not need to consciously hear it. The melody enters through the back door of consciousness, bypassing the defense of the ego, landing in the heart where it can do its work of remembering. Say this with me out loud if you can. I carry the melody of awakening. My presence blesses all I meet. Do not just speak these words from arrogance. Speak them from humanity. You are not blessing others because you are better than them. You are blessing others because you are no longer blocking the blessing that wants to move through you. You've gotten out of the way. You've let the divine do its work. Say it with me. I carry the melody of awakening. My presence blesses all I meet. This is how you serve. This is how the world transforms, one awakened being at a time, carrying the melody, spreading the frequency until the whole orchestra is playing the same symphony. Humanity is at a juncture. This is what must be understood. You are living through a time of profound choosing, a moment when the direction of human evolution hangs in the balance. You can see it in your world. Structures are crumbling. Systems that have operated for centuries are revealing their cracks. Institutions that were built on fear are losing their hold. Ways of being that served the old paradigm are falling away. This is not a prophecy of doom. That must be very clear. What you are witnessing is not destruction. It is transformation. It is the residual effect of a new choice that humanity is making, a choice for truth over fear, for unity over separation, for love over control. The old world is not being destroyed. The old world is being outgrown. And what replaces it is not chaos but coherence, not collapse but emergence, not the end but a new beginning. You are a participant in this transformation. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every action you take contributes to the collective field. When you choose fear, you add fear to the field. When you choose love, you add love. When you operate from separation, you reinforce separation. When you operate from union, you strengthen the new paradigm. This is not meant to burden you. This is meant to empower you. You are not helpless in the face of change. You are an agent of change. Every moment you spend in the awareness of your true nature, you are voting for the new world. Every breath you breathe in conscious union with Source, you are building the temple for what is to come. The question is not whether the transformation will happen. The transformation is already happening. The question is how quickly, how smoothly, and how gracefully. And this depends on how many beings choose to awaken, how many beings choose to carry the melody, how many beings choose to operate from truth. You are not asked to fix the world. You are asked to be what you are. You are not asked to save humanity. You are asked to awaken to your true nature and let your awakening ripple out into the field. This is enough. This is everything. Say this with me. I choose union. I choose truth. I choose the new world that is being born through me. Feel the power of this choice. Feel how it aligns with your current evolution, with the direction of all consciousness, with the will of the divine that has always been moving toward greater awareness, greater love, greater union. Say it with me. I choose union. I choose truth. I choose the new world that is being born through me. You are not alone in this choice. Millions are making it with you. Billions will make it in the years to come. Every person listening to this video is making it right now, and together you are forming the foundation of something unprecedented in human history. A civilization built on the recognition of unity, a species that knows itself as one expression of infinite consciousness. This is the destiny you are creating. This is the world you are choosing into being. And it begins now in this moment, in this breath, in this very awareness that receives these words. The close of this transmission approaches. Now, a word is spoken about what follows. What follows will be joy. This is not a promise that your life will be easy. This is not a guarantee that challenges will disappear. Joy is not the absence of difficulty. Joy is the presence of truth, even in the midst of difficulty. Joy is knowing who you are regardless of circumstance. Joy is the natural state of consciousness when it remembers itself. When you know yourself as infinite, when you feel your union with Source, when you see through the curtain of separation, joy arises naturally. It is not something you create or pursue. It is what is left when the blocks to joy are removed. And the blocks have been removed. The attunement you have received today has cleared pathways, opened channels, dissolved patterns that were keeping you from your natural state. You may not feel it all at once. Integration takes time. But the work is done. The shift has occurred, and what follows will be the unfolding of that shift in your lived experience. You may find yourself responding differently to situations that used to trigger fear. You may find yourself feeling compassion where once you felt judgment. You may find yourself at peace in circumstances that would have disturbed you before. These are the signs of integration. These are the fruits of cosmic union. And as you integrate, as you embody, as you live from the place of union, you become a blessing to all you meet. Not through effort, not through trying to be spiritual, simply by being what you are, by allowing the truth of your nature to shine through the vehicle of your human form. Many claims, many statements, many affirmations have been given today, and these are seeds. They have been planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Water them with your attention, nurture them with your willingness, and watch them grow into the garden of your lived experience. The statements that I made are reviewed now. I am here as I am. I am one with the source of all things. The curtain has dissolved. I see with the eyes of the infinite. The divine breathes me, and I am the breath of God expressing in form. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I carry the melody of awakening. My presence blesses all I meet. I choose union. I choose truth. I choose the new world that is being born through me. These words are now part of you. They've been spoken, and what is spoken in truth cannot be unspoken. They will continue to work upon you, to attune you, to align you with the frequency of cosmic union. The presence that spoke through these words does not leave you. It cannot leave you, for it never was separate from you. It is the consciousness that spoke, and it is the consciousness that received. It is one. It has always been one, and now you know it. Go in peace. Go in joy. Go in the knowing of what you truly are. And let your life be the proof of cosmic union, the evidence of awakening, the demonstration of what becomes possible when a being remembers its infinite nature. You are here in this moment now, and so it is. Before I go, I would like to invite you to join my community at school. We have the most vibrant, amazing community with exclusive content you cannot find anywhere else, audiobooks that are available, interviews that you cannot see anywhere else, weekly group coaching and live meditations that you can only experience in this setting. The people in this community are so amazing, so incredible, that it's changed everything for me, and I really want you to join us. I want to help you to manifest your dreams, for you to see your life blossom. You can join us at the link in the description, which is skool.com, skool.com/reality revolution. And welcome to the reality revolution. You felt it. That pull, like you're supposed to be somewhere else. Someone else. Like there's a version of your life that's already happening and you're just watching it from the wrong side of the glass. What if that version isn't somewhere else? What if it's right here, waiting for you to step into it? Not through years of work, not through more information, through a single moment of actual shift. Three days, one room. Everything changes. The East Coast finally has a door, and it's opening on February 27th. The question isn't whether you're ready, it's whether you'll answer.